My name's Jackie Morris and I write books and illustrate them. I'm in my studio, which is in a little house by the sea in West Wales, and I've been asked to read a short extract from my latest book, which is called The Wild Swans. She could not remember that moment when sleep took hold, wishing, wishing. She dreamed she was flying again, in a chariot pulled by swans. It flew straight towards the castle made from clouds, and there at the doorway was Morgana waiting for her. This time Morgana seemed so like the woman from the forest, the woman she had helped pick berries, filling her basket, giving her apples, the woman who told her the way to the stream of sweet water and the strangely crowned swans. "You want to rescue your brothers from their curse," the Fairy Queen said, as they walked together through insubstantial corridors of light. "Do you think you're brave enough, strong enough, fierce enough?" Eliza was afraid. Would she have to battle monsters? "You've sailed over the ocean," the Fairy Queen said, "across the waters, through clouds. The waves have no heart, some think. Water has no soul, and yet, given time, it can break and shape stone. Pebbles on the beach are rubbed smooth through the years in the hands of the sea. Rocks on the land splintered by ice and water and wind working together. Time and patience. You will require the patience of water if you wish to break this curse. Are you willing?" "Yes," said Eliza. But still her heart was fearful. She wanted to stay in the dream, not wake up before she had the answer. What should she do? Around her the corridors shifted and swirled, restless as clouds. She walked beside Morgana. Then the woman stopped, held out her hand, and Eliza put her hand into that of the Fairy Queen. She turned it palm up, and traced with her fingers the soft lines of Eliza's young hand, reading her life, past, present, and future. She smiled. "Your hands are soft, Princess, soft and delicate. This is what you must do." She held tight to the girl's hand now with both her hands. "Beside this cave nettles grow, emerald, green and young. Snow-white, swan-white butterflies lay their eggs on the young green shoots of these nettles. You must pick the nettles with your bare hands, no gloves, the nettles will bite. Next you must take them in bundles and stamp them with your pretty bare feet. Stamp them until they make a flax, and this you must spin to a delicate thread, fine as a spider's filament. When you have this thread, you must knit 11 shirts, one for each swan, one for each brother, fine as thistledown. When 11 shirts are made, and not until then, you must throw one over each white swan's shoulders, and then, and only then, will they be free." Eliza could feel the power surge from the Fairy Queen into her hand, up her arms, spread through her body and into her heart, a powerful heat. Then the palm of her hand began to sting and burn and blister. But she did not pull away or take back her hand. She could feel herself beginning to wake, but she knew there was more. Standing tall before the Fairy Queen, she looked into her eyes. She did not cry out, she did not weep, though the pain in her hand was fierce. Morgana smiled. "That is not all," she said, and she held the girl's hand tighter still. "All the while you pick and stamp and spin and knit and shape the shirts, not a single word may pass from your lips, not one. For if even a single word should form in your mouth, be spoken into air, even a small syllable, a whisper, it will be a dagger into the heart of each and every one of your brothers. So think before you begin. Can you do this? If you succeed, you rescue them, but if you fail, you condemn each one to certain death." And with that she took her hands away and left Eliza's outstretched still, a young nettle clasped in her palm. The girl looked at the blisters that had formed around the leaves, crimson, emerald. She thought about her brothers, the boys and the swans. Could she do this? Not a word, not a single word, not a cry out in dreams, not a whisper. She looked into the dark eyes of the Fairy Queen. "Are you willing to take on such a task, to give years of your life to it?" Eliza opened her mouth as a word formed on her tongue, and then she closed it and smiled. almost caught at the very first hurdle. Her eyes, her smile, gave the Fairy Queen her answer. Then Eliza woke, and in her hand the bright green nettle, and in her heart the terrible fear of failure, and on her lips no sound.